Okay, Kieran, so a 4-1 defeat at home to Brimscombe Thrupp. Your first league defeat. How does that sit?
Yeah, not very good. You never like losing games of football, but we'll take things into perspective. That it's the first league game that we've lost since the new management team's come on. So that's a really good run that we've been on. At some point, that's always going to come to an end, and we deserve to lose today. You never knock the boys' effort in games or situations like that, but they just had a little bit too much for us. We had a really good start, went 1-0 up, and the equaliser was a tremendous strike from the lad. It got him back in the game, and then sloppy defending for the second, and then another two really good goals. The one that they scored, the fourth one, was from about 35 yards, straight over Brownie into the top corner, and it's one of them. The scoreline was a little bit harsh on us, I think, 4-1, but no complaints of the result, and we're just going to have to dust ourselves down and move into another really tough game on Monday in the derby against Calm.
When you look at the quality that you've brought in, and especially the players that you've signed this season, I don't need to name names, there's a lot of quality through the squad. Do you think we should be doing better against teams like Brimscombe, or am I doing a disservice to the lads?
You're never going to win every week, and we try to, and we really do. The game on Tuesday took a lot out of the lads, hence why I changed the pack today, knowing that there's going to be two games over this weekend. Maybe I got the selection wrong, and sometimes I've just got to deal with that. I'll get all the plaudits when we win and we go on these unbeaten runs, but I'll also have to take the flak when we lose games like this. But with the players that we've got and the squad that we've got, we will be competitive every single week, no doubt about it. And that's any side that I take charge of, whether it's Trowbridge, whether it's Melksham, whether it's Corsham or whoever in the future. They'll always be very competitive, to be honest, and they'll do lots of running. And sometimes you'll come up against a side where you get a bit of bad luck, and the team is also better than you on the day, and you just get outworked. And I felt that happened today. Not that our lads didn't try and put 100% effort in, but they just looked a lot hungrier on second balls, going into challenges, cared a little bit more about conceding goals. And some days you get that, you just can't get yourself going. And I felt like that in the warm up a little bit as well. It was really tough for me and the staff to really G us up. I felt like we were flat, and that translates into the performance that we got today. It was flat. It was hard to get going. We didn't really create a lot. Maybe unlucky to have a penalty turned down at 2-2. But other than that, their keeper's not had that much to do all afternoon, to be honest. And we just struggled to get going. But you've just got to dust yourself down after a disappointing day at the office, and make sure we have a reaction on Monday.
And another game where we've taken an early lead, and it seems like we switch off after the early goal. Is that a concern to you?
No, I actually didn't think so today. In the FA Cup, definitely, when we scored really early. But the goal that they've picked out today to equalise was a great strike. We've cleared the first ball, we've cleared the second, and it's fallen to their skipper about 25 yards, and he's scorched one straight into the top bin. So sometimes you've got to hold your hands up, and that sort of like got them up at the pitch 5-10 yards. They had that confidence. We tried to react. We had a couple of half chances from set plays, and then the third goal really did kill us when that went in, and that was the game dead and buried then. And it was a difficult afternoon, but like no complaints from the effort that the lads put in, because they always do. Really disappointed with the performance with the football. And sometimes you just have to say that happens. Over the course of the season, we're going to lose games of football. It's the first one in the league since I've come in charge. So, there's nothing to get panicked about. And we've only got a day's rest, and then we're back at it again to try and put things right. So that's exactly what we'll do.
How do you put things right for Monday's game? Because it's going to be a very tough game, a local derby against Calne. How do you put things right for Monday?
We've got a lot of local lads, so they know that the Corsham Calne derby is a big one. Same as if you were at Bradford, the Bradford-Westbury one's a big one, the Melksham-Froome one. So, local lads know what that means to the football club. It's going to be a big crowd. It's going to be quite a feisty game, I'd imagine. And we didn't get to have that fixture last year because of the cancellation of the league. So I don't think it really needs anyone to say too much. We know we weren't good enough today. We know the performance wasn't acceptable. But so far this season it has been. And that's the first time we've dropped below the levels in the league. So we need to pick ourselves back up and have a really good pop at them on Monday.
And it's a difficult question to ask when we're winning. I'm sure even harder when we're losing. But was there any players that stood out for you today?
Nath Davis, again today in midfield, was probably the only one that can come away with any real credit. He worked from the first minute all the way through to the 90. He tried to get us going in situations like that. He was probably our best player, but other than that, there wasn't really anyone that stood out. And when you drop below the level expected, last season we could get away with it. We were playing a lot lesser teams than ourselves in that league. So we had a better squad and a better side than most teams we come up against last year. This side, this side, and when we come up against other sides, are very similar in quality, very similar level. So if you're not at 8 or 9 out of 10, and you're at those 5, 6s, maybe 1 or 2, 7, then you're going to lose games of football. And that's exactly what happened today. We had probably 7, 8, 9 lads that just weren't quite as good as 7 or 8 of their 9 lads, and it showed. And that what ultimately wins football matches, making sure that you've got 11 of your lads, making sure that you're better than 11 of their lads. And if sometimes we come off the pitch and we haven't picked up results when we've been the better team, then I'll come in, I'll tell you that. But today we've lost to a better team on the day. Maybe not over the course of the season, I hope not. And we'll look to get revenge when we go back down to their place later on in the year. But it's only 5 games into the season now. We've won 3, drawn 1, and lost 1. So, let's take things into perspective. We're a newly promoted side, and I know with the players we got here, we always expect to win every single week, but sometimes that just can't happen.